All right, we are back for another edition of our comments review for our last two vlogs, Lego vlogs of pretty much me selling Lego and listing Lego and buying Lego. So I'll go through the comments, number 47 first, and so let's go through it. So we have 20 comments, which includes the ones I believe I responded to. So we have, you should become a postal police and arrest all people misusing shipping supplies. I'll do my part. I said, make sure everyone's lives a life of something. Thanks for the comment. You have been deeply missed. Yeah, I just like to throw my opinion out there because it is breaking the law. On it's not. I'm not just making this stuff up. So whatever. And then we have H&B VIP Lawn Care. I think that there are a few more than a couple options to part out. Yeah. Definitely just a few more. And probably there's a Costco ad that has 3 sets for $25. And you can limit of 5, so that's a good one. They're all small sets, the superhero mech suits. So that starts in a few days. Probably gonna pick those up. Lego Brainer, gosh, that's a lot of Legos. Great video, thank you. Yes, I have a lot. Gotta keep myself busy. Chris says, that is one heck of a backlog. I see what you did with the hidden side minifigs and their unique heads and accessories. Thanks for keeping this vlog a bit shorter. I love watching them, but an hour plus videos eat up a lot of my day and night. Have a great day and keep them coming. So basically, yeah, I want the vlogs to be about 35 minutes. It just doesn't happen. I don't like cutting out stuff that I feel, I don't know, it's just showing everything I do. So I guess I could do less of what sells every day, because that's pretty repetitive. But other than that, I think, this week right now I'm going through, I took 6 hours off yesterday and 6 hours off today on Wednesday, and then I'm taking, half the day on Thursday, but I probably will work all day Friday, which is a little different for me. Just doing some projects for someone outside, so yeah, that definitely should be shorter. I know this last two were shorter because that's what he said. Thanks for the shorter one. It was like 30 some and then 38. I'm not sure. I think it was just over an hour worth of video total. So it's good where I want to be. Leg Bros, I got to find the discipline to cut myself from ordering more stuff. It's such a problem, like an addiction. Those deal snipes tend to be the most fun part of the job. They definitely are. When I take like a week off of buying, I feel like, oh, it's not fun, because the fun part is getting stuff in the mail, going through new things. But I have trouble too. It's not that easy. You see these deals, you're like, oh, I can make $100 off that. I can make $200 off that. Let's buy it. But yeah, you got to start somewhere. Like I said, after 10 days of nothing, the shop gets really boring. It does, but it doesn't. I just have to open up a box of stuff that I haven't gone through in a year. I mean, that's what I got to do. And then we have a question. Hey, thanks for the amazing videos and inspiring. Because of you, I have started a Bricklink store in Sweden. I wonder, what is the retail prices on Lego on Walmart.com compared to Lego.com and on clearance? What are the prices 40 to 60%? Viewer from Sweden. All right, thanks for viewing from Sweden there. So there's a lot of sets from Walmart that start 20% off what Lego charges. Like a $20 set, a lot of them are $16. Example, like the Sistar Party Crew, that's always been $16 or less. And I'm not sure how to answer the clearance. What is the prices? So clearance at Walmart, I think they go off the retail price from Lego, because some of the hidden sides were a weird price. Not exactly sure. I don't think they go like 40% off of their starting price, but I could be wrong. I don't sit there and calculate it, but they usually start at 40% off, and then the Walmart this week went to 80% off, but everything is gone that I can tell. There might be some remote locations that could have some of the hidden side stuff left, but that's very rare. Lego All Around said, awesomeness. And Sean said, I will not buy anything else this month. LOL, I'm lucky if I make it a day. That won't happen. Yeah, and I had some eBay bucks that I was able to use, so I got some free stuff, but yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. So I have land speeders to part out. Those are the Han Solo ones that I've had for quite a while. 2018 November. I remember getting them along with the Luke huts, or the Yoda huts. Just those are the last thing I would part out. Actually, the land speeders I'm probably going to part out, but the Yoda huts I'm probably never going to part out. I'm not sure yet. By the time I get to it, the price of it probably be pretty close to the part out value, I would imagine, but maybe not. The minifigs do make a difference there. So, and how do you make Bricklink order go into the order based remarks instead of color? So if you go to anyone's order, you go to the bottom. It says My Settings. I'm up at the bottom right. You just put, and in that page there's a sort orders, place items by, and select the one that has remarks first. There's a couple different options. So just it says remarks and then goes on and on. So let's go to the any page, any order that somebody placed in your store. My Settings. There might be another way to get there. This is how I know to get there. And then you'll see it right in the middle. Sort orders, place by, items by. And Mark said, hi, great to see another vlog. Couple of questions. The Polish seller you bought the droids from also has the mini builds like the U-Wing land speeder. Have you thought about selling them in your eBay shop? I do find that they do sell well, especially as haven't been sold in the U.S. or add a few to your Bricklink store. And how cheap is the postage from Poland? Have you been tempted to buy more foil bags? For example, there's a nice Harley Quinn. So I had the Harley Quinn. It did sell well. I buy what I find a deal on, honestly, what I think is going to sell. I do have a land speeder in my eBay store that's been for sale forever. That they do sell, but my price might be a little high. I'm not sure. I just put them up what I think is good at the time, and I never really adjust prices too much other than sales I have. So I'm not really into the foil bags unless they're a good part out value to boot. So if they are, I might buy more, but not sure. And what does your wife think of selling Lego, making the incredible hours into your journey? So right now it's the only work I do, so it's pretty much a day job. I try to cut off myself at 4 o'clock, and I do come down at night sometimes if there's stuff to do or, stuff for the next day to get a head start of the next day, but not too long at night. But I've been taking half days on Thursday and Friday. I did go over one of these comments recently about what hours I do work. And I answered a comment in it as well. And I don't do anything on Sunday, so it's a learning process for sure on how to balance work life, honestly. So we're doing good. It's the first few years is a struggle to figure it out, but we definitely are. I think we figured it out for the most part. So everything is good. It's kind of a goal to be able to travel. We'd like to travel a few months out of the year while doing Lego conventions throughout the traveling. So that's kind of a bucket list thing, I guess, to be able to travel, and this will help support that. So that's why you got to be on board and you got to do it together. And this is one way we figured out how to do it. I mean, there's other ways, but this right now is what we chose. So, and moving on to vlog number 48. Michael said the torso has a crack on the backside. That's crude. I just said realistic Lego I try to sell. That's a good joke there. Dylan said, got this set on Amazon. Minifigs are selling for 50 plus. Pretty good value. This is the Hulk helicopter rescue, I guess. It says one set I have a pile that I save for a slow day. I don't feel like doing much. Pretty good value putting the parts into my collection. Okay, so what basically he was saying, he's not going to part out one set. So my response was, I do part out one set sometimes. If it's a slow day, I don't want to do a lot. Like, I'll get through that, get that one, especially if they're low piece counts. It's so fast and easy, but it's kind of a waste of time. But if you just want to, it's kind of a relaxing thing, really, honestly. We have a comment. I love it when you part out sets. I love it too. Watching those numbers go up it's addicting on Bricklink. Got to get them up. Lego Bringer said, wow, what hard work. Thanks for the content. I said, yeah, for sure. But I have fun doing it. It sure beats hard labor like I did. It wasn't hard labor yesterday, but it's just outside repetitive things. This is so much more fun than that. So yeah, isn't it good to have a job you enjoy doing? Definitely is. It's a lot of fun. And said, very enjoyable, Derek. Thanks for all your content. You're very welcome. Keep watching. I'll keep them coming. And Chris said, I know all about those dark bluish gray right side doors. I have a remock that needs those doors. I don't think I paid that much, but they weren't cheap. Lots of parts in that last set. The minifigs look great. You mentioned putting a couple minifigs aside for your convention toy show stock. Any thoughts on how you will handle a Build-A-Fig station with the COVID thing still hanging on. I've got a couple toy show coming up, and I'm not sure how to handle the Build-A-Fig thing. Yet another great vlog. Have a great day and keep them coming. All right. Thanks again for following along there. And then someone did comment on that, saying you could get a pack of rubber gloves, ask customers to put them on when they're picking parts. You could do that. That's kind of, I don't know if they're going to do that or really like that. I mean, honestly, the risk is for the people doing it, because once you close up, you just close them up. You don't touch those parts for a few days. You know, honestly, and I said about the doors of probably a Brickmania vehicle, because I know he does Brickmania stuff. Dark bluish gray would definitely go on one of those trucks, those army trucks, supply trucks or whatever, or Jeeps and things like that. I'm in your boat. I don't know what to expect, what to build a figure station right now. I would just have hand sanitizer with a sign, maybe asking them to use it. I mean, that's as far as I think to go, honestly. And I don't even know if these events will happen. I already had one canceled for August that I did sign up for, but now we have one in October, so and it's still a wait and see. I mean, it's $25 I'll lose if I decide it's not worth the risk to go do it. But I figured I'd sign up anyway. It's a local place, 10 minutes from my house. Smaller population here, so we'll see. And Hawkeye Bricks said, I acquired a huge NXT lot from high school robotics club. Been selling the sensors and small brick and stuff for good money. But I have a whole lot of the Technic parts just sitting in a bin. I wish I had a big Bricklink store to put them in, but it takes so much time to add the parts and have an organized place to store them. Yeah, I definitely know that. I did not expect to have a Bricklink store like this. I always thought it'd be just minifig stuff, but then I started watching Brickzar, and he showed me how to do it, because I originally put parts in bags by type, and that was just a mistake. So I deleted my inventory at one point a few years ago and just sold them all at the flea market, saying for new parts, and lost a little bit, but not much on that in that venture. But I did invest a ton of money into the storage I have now, and it has paid off definitely. My monthly sales reports, you can tell how much it's paying off, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Not everyone has the space, unfortunately. Not everyone has the time. It's just what you got. So I made a hobby into a job. That's really what it was. My hobby was never Lego. It was just selling things online. That was kind of a hobby. I enjoyed doing it, and started making enough money to call it a job. So that's what it is. And he said, right now I'm selling minifigs, complete sets, used mostly on this, taking up all my time. Taking pictures, listing, sending out orders. I have tons of used bulk that are cleaned, but it just sits there. I wish I could snap my fingers and all be sorted, organized, and listed on Bricklink. I would, but it just seems like an impossible task at points. And I have the same problem. I'm planning a 2-week dedicated to just my used parts, because I have so many boxes of used bulk Lego that I'm going to see what I can get through. As I get it out, I'm going to try to weigh it and know how many pounds I get through and how many hours, just to figure it out. And then as far as how much I'll make from it, or how much it's worth when I list it, I might have to use Brickstock to do that. Just do it all like Ralph's Bricks does. He puts it all in a file, then uploads it all at once later in the day. So I may end up doing that route. So I just know, so I get an idea how much money I can do in this whole 2-week process. And this is I say this 2-week process, I may give it up after a few days. I don't know. I might just sell it in bulk, just take all the minifig parts and accessories out, or the good things out, and sell the rest in bulk. I don't know. We'll see. And then I think you'll do well selling it, because you have an established shop with a huge inventory. The time involved might not be worth it, though, considering your part out backlog pile. And you might have to build some more walls or drawers to keep the used parts separate. I'm currently anxiously waiting to a reply from Facebook Marketplace guy who was selling a huge lot of Star Wars and miscellaneous sets with the figs and booklets for $300. There's several major triple-digit sets. He's donating it if it doesn't sell. Wake up and read my message. No, hopefully, I hate that when you see an amazing deal and you're waiting for someone to respond. It's the worst. But yeah, I have enough storage space for sure, and enough room to expand already right here, so I'm not worried about that so much. It's just the time, because the most efficient I found is new Lego sets. It's maybe not the most profitable, but it's the most efficient for adding parts, and that'll, the faster you can add parts, the more it will drive sales. So yeah, it's a struggle with used parts. You got to have the manpower, the hours, But yeah, that's it for today, and we will see you again. And there was a mention of I did show how to add counterparts on stickers. I have the video ready. Bricklink has finally added the parts to the catalog and the sets, so that video will be coming very shortly.